Our next recipient, you've actually already met because she was on the video that you saw of the KMC community, and that's Sein Young. Sein is a current junior at the Orange County School of the Arts, where she has founded a peer mediation program with the guidance from one of her school's deans, Dr. Gregory Endelman. She was first inspired to begin peer mediation organization at her school after observing the lack of education and discussion between conflicting groups of students. Although students were disciplined by the school administration, she had noticed that there were no conversations that allowed the students to understand what they could have done differently to avoid such conflicts and to learn how to tackle disputes in the future. She has introduced peer mediation to her school in order to foster such understanding and discussions among the students and to create a more welcoming environment. As an alternative to the unusual circumstances the pandemic has brought, Sein developed an app for students at her school to explore mental health-related resources and to privately text peer mediators, for help and advice, while continuing to hold Zoom peer mediation sessions. Sein is also working with her school's Coalition for Anti-Racism and Inclusion to foster conversations between groups of students regarding race and diversity. In addition to peer mediation, Sein is an avid violin player and was selected as a violinist for the National Youth Orchestra of the United States of America, sponsored by Carnegie Hall, and will soon feature as a soloist on NPR radio's show From the Top. So with that, I will, I guess, virtually present the award to Sein, who already has it, and say, congratulations, Sein, and I hope we'll get to see you at Carnegie Hall sometime playing your violin and mediating, of course, among the artists.
Thank you so much for introducing me, Judy, and thank you so much to everyone for having me here today. It is truly an honor to speak for all of you, and I'm incredibly grateful and humbled by this amazing award that I'm receiving today. Again, my name is Sein Yoon, and I'm currently a junior at the Orange County School of the Arts, where I have founded my school's peer mediation program. My journey of creating a peer mediation program at my school actually began here at the SCMA conference, which I attended last year. In my community and around me, I have noticed that there was an increasing lack of discussion among groups of people, which only led to further misunderstandings and the straying away from finding a common ground. And I sought to find a way for such groups to come together, to discuss and to connect, and to understand, and finally to consolidate. And especially in a time where everything is becoming more divisive and heated, it is extremely important for everyone to reach a point of understanding and to converse to reach such understanding. My solution to this was through peer mediation. So during the 2019 SCMA annual conference, I was able to connect with Kids Managing Conflict, KMC, where I met some of the most influential people in my journey. And with their assistance and my further research about mediation, I wanted to spark change around those near me. And so I developed a plan and I decided to implement a peer mediation program in my school. Unfortunately, my idea of a peer mediation program was initially rejected by several school authorities as they were concerned with the mental well-beings of the peer mediators, and they were worried that we would not be able to handle certain cases. And as much as I understood their concerns, I believed peer mediation could have a tremendous benefit to my school and the students. Conflict resolution is a life skill that can be used not only in the school setting, but also in communities and anywhere else. Although I was initially slightly discouraged, I have not given up my wish to start a peer mediation program until I met Dr. Endelman, one of my school deans. He was able to understand my desire to promote conversations and understandings between different groups of people, and he was gracious enough to support me throughout my journey. With his help, my program was approved by the 4 other deans in my school, and we have worked into developing a program that hopefully will leave a positive impact on our school and the student body. So after that challenge of getting my idea approved, I faced so many more barriers, and the major one was the pandemic that we're all facing today. As the world changed in ways that we were certainly not ready for, it became difficult to hold conventional peer mediation sessions, which usually takes place in an enclosed room with the disputants and mediators. And I had to come up with 2 solutions to this problem. And the first solution being transitioning traditional peer mediation sessions over to a digital platform over Zoom. But however, during this unexpected period of time, so many more students than usual are going through an emotionally and mentally difficult time. So to provide extra support and assistance for these students, I have developed an app special to my school, which has an inventory of resources regarding mental health and peer mediation related topics. In the app, students can also request for peer mediation sessions in the case that they feel is necessary. The app also allows for one-on-one conversations with one of our school peer mediators for support in conversations. So during these, hills and bumpy roads and the challenges that were presented to us, the planning and developing stage took several months to figure out for our school's peer mediation program. So we have yet to begin our first peer mediation session, but during this time, I believe with the help of so many people around me, a lot was accomplished. We were able to reach out to the Orange County Department of Education, who had graciously shown their interest in our program and offered us training manuals and materials into starting such an organization and to get our peer mediation program to run smoothly. Our school also received a generous grant from KMC to help us successfully start a peer mediation program. My school also began to recognize the importance and significance of a peer mediation program. Besides the pandemic, the year of 2020 has presented to us a series of challenges, one of them being civil and social unrest. So during the time where social and racial justice is finally being addressed in an incredible volume, my school recognized the importance of keeping conversations and understanding alive. Our school consequently developed a coalition for anti-racism and inclusion, where I am a co-facilitator with Dr. Endelman, and together, along with other school administrators, teachers, parents, and students, we are working on promoting conversations between different groups of people and creating a peaceful environment to reach an understanding. And in this coalition, we are also incorporating peer mediation to promote this conversation. I believe there's so much more work to be done to bring upon peace and a safe place for understanding for everyone. And I will continue to strive to achieve this not only in my school setting, but also in my community. I would like to just end this by thanking everyone who supported me and who continues to support me through my journey of creating a more friendly and understanding environment and community. So I want to first especially recognize one of my school's deans, Dr. Endelman, for being incredibly supportive of my idea since the beginning and helping me establish it into a school-wide program. I also want to acknowledge my school psychologist, Ms. Lopez, for working so closely with me and guiding me to shape and refine our program. Thank you to Kids Managing Conflict and everyone in that team, especially Sally and Madeline and so many more, for opening up opportunities for me into creating and fostering my school's peer mediation program. Thank you to Judicate West for this amazing award. Finally, thank you to SCMA for allowing me to speak today in front of all of you. It has truly been a pleasure, and I will continue to move forward to act as a peacemaker in my school and the community and help others around me become one as well to leave a positive impact. Thank you.